Okay, let's just get right into it. Welcome, everyone. Today, we're breaking down a tactical playbook that is, honestly, absolutely fascinating. We're going to walk through the exact step-by-step blueprint for building a highly monetized channel from scratch. And the target? One of the most massive global events on the horizon, the 2026 FIFA World Cup. If you've ever found yourself wondering exactly how creators manage to capitalize on all that huge global attention, well, you're in the right place for this explainer.
Now, $1,000. That's the magic number. It's the creator's target revenue goal for a brand new zero-subscriber channel. And honestly, here's the absolute craziest part of the whole thing. They're planning to hit this milestone in just a few weeks, literally before the tournament even kicks off. No way, right? It sounds wildly ambitious, but as we'll see, it's actually entirely grounded in a very specific methodology.
So the core philosophy driving this entire operation is actually beautifully simple. It's called trend jacking. The whole strategy is straightforward. You just create content around a highly searched, already trending topic. By doing that, you're basically piggybacking on all that existing search traffic to exponentially boost your own channel's visibility and impressions. It's a real game changer. And the 2026 World Cup, which is being hosted across the US, Mexico, and Canada, is literally the absolute perfect target. The hype is already building up, and people are actively out there searching for info.
Now, the financial engine powering this whole strategy relies on something called geographical arbitrage. The creator emphasizes a really massive point here. You can physically live absolutely anywhere in the world, right? But by intentionally configuring your settings to target a United States audience, you completely change the math. Targeting your local home country audience might get you views, sure. But targeting the high RPM, that's revenue per mil, basically how much you get paid per 1,000 views, United States audience, that drastically increases your potential ad revenue. It's really all about working smarter with the algorithm.
Well, how do we actually execute this? It all kicks off with the drafting the team phase, basically getting the channel set up. The creators started out by just asking ChatGPT for catchy one- or two-word names. The strict rule was to find a premium-sounding handle without having to add clunky numbers or weird signs at the end. But, they quickly hit a massive brick wall. Turns out every single premium name generated by the AI, names like Velura or Final Whistle, was already totally claimed on YouTube. So when the AI hit a total dead end, the creator made a pretty brilliant pivot. Instead of just relying on generic, premium-sounding words, they started brainstorming using actual, real-world football field positions. We're talking terms like wingback, sweeper, or center back. Stepping away from those generic AI outputs and injecting some specific, niche knowledge finally led them to successfully finding a unique, available two-word channel name. It really just goes to show that human ingenuity is absolutely still required to steer the AI ship.
Okay, once the name was locked in, the visual branding was handled instantly. And I mean instantly. They didn't go out and hire an expensive designer. Instead, they just used some simple AI prompts to generate a logo and a banner that perfectly matched a FIFA World Cup 2026 and football theme. The big takeaway here is speed. You want to make sure the channel looks professional and cohesive before that very first video even goes up, but without getting bogged down in weeks of graphic design work.
Moving right along to the formation phase. This is all about the exact back-end settings and high-value SEO keywords used to basically trap the algorithm. Notice the country of residence is set to the United States. Again, that's crucial for capturing that high RPM audience we talked about. The keywords range from highly specific stuff like FIFA World Cup 2026 and top players like Mbappe to surprisingly broad questions like, what is football? Oh, and one massive pro tip from the creator. Remember to change that country setting back to your actual real-world location when you finally apply for monetization. Seriously, don't forget that part.
Now, a major technical roadblock for creators targeting foreign audiences is usually phone verification. But there's a huge relief here. A local phone number from your actual physical country works perfectly fine for verifying a US-targeted channel. This is absolutely vital because it unlocks the ability to upload videos longer than 15 minutes. They also strongly recommend disabling automatic chapters to save manual editing time later on, and then just simply relying on your channel's standard 2-month history to naturally unlock those advanced features.
With the channel officially built, it's time to talk about the content calendar strategy. This is a highly structured 6 to 7 week playbook that was generated entirely by Claude AI, and it requires posting 3 to 5 long-form videos every single week. It's a grind, for sure. Weeks 1 and 2 are all about evergreen discovery content. These are the videos that build a strong foundation and keep pulling in views long after the tournament ends. Then, week 3 shifts gears into pre-tournament hype. And finally, weeks 4 through 6 pivot entirely to matchday live reactions to really ride those peak algorithm waves.
Because this strategy specifically targets the US market, the content blend has to bridge a pretty significant gap. Think about it. It has to appeal to both the die-hard, lifelong fans and the first-time US football viewers. By creating incredibly relatable content like, say, why the World Cup is bigger than the Super Bowl or exploring the US World Cup history, you broaden your audience base immensely. You aren't just catering to existing fans, you're actively onboarding a massive, brand-new American demographic into the sport.
Now, when it actually comes time to bring these videos to life, there's a massive distinction you need to make. The creator strongly recommends generating those conversational and relatable scripts using AI. But, and this is absolutely essential, they insist on recording the voiceovers yourself, with a real, actual human voice. Why? Because relying purely on AI voices for this type of sports commentary drastically increases your risk of getting hit with a reused content penalty. Your human voice is the unique differentiator that completely protects your channel.
And that brings us to the climax of this strategy, what we're calling the winning goal. Listen to this. YouTube has officially partnered with FIFA to become a preferred platform for the 2026 World Cup. This official announcement is a massive, massive game changer. It completely neutralizes that lingering fear of copyright strikes that usually plague sports channels. Because of this official partnership, creators are essentially encouraged to use live football footage, just as long as they are adding their own unique, transformative commentary to it. How amazing is that?
So to pull all of this off at scale, the creator relies on an AI visual workflow. And don't worry, you really don't need immense graphic design skills to do this. First, the AI script generator, like Claude for instance, includes exact production notes. It literally tells you to insert stadium crowd shots at a very specific timestamp. Then, you just use AI video tools to generate that precise B-roll footage. Finally, you use AI image tools to generate those eye-catching, modern-day documentary-style thumbnails. It's essentially an entire production studio totally streamlined through smart AI prompts.
So the playbook is out there, and 2026 is approaching incredibly fast, which leaves us with one really big question. Will you just sit back and watch the next trend, or will you jack it? The creator actually ended their analysis with an open call for a collaborator, asking anyone interested to literally just email them a 1-minute sample to execute this together. The tools, the exact strategy, and a truly massive audience are all waiting. The only thing left is action. I really hope this explainer sparks some serious ideas for you. Thanks so much for joining me, and keep learning.